And for now, we are building the software, and we have done some user interviews, and we are planning to launch officially in February. We have the honor to pitch to basically launch the product at the French National Assembly in February. And however, before that, whenever it's ready, I would love to invite you to also join the testing. And also, we really want to engage a wide global community to talk about issues that matter to us, and regardless of where we are based physically. And yes, so we are really open to any questions that you may have. And I think Kitty is not here today, but so Rarimo is our partner that provides a digital identity solution. And what they do is that they can transfer or convert our physical passports as long as it has an NFC chip inside, no matter if it's canceled by the government that issued it or not. We still have that information, and each person can issue a digital credential based on this information. And so why we decide to partner with them is because we think bots, they create a lot of serious problems on social networks. They are what make information not reliable. We don't know if we can trust what we are reading. So we want to ensure that we are interacting with real humans on the internet. And Rarimo protocol, they provide it's a fully open source solution that allow people to prove that they are humans anonymously without anyone knowing who they are. So how it works is that even after you generate a digital credential based on your passport, your personal information will be stored in your phone in their app. And the RariMe app is essentially a mobile wallet. So our physical wallet basically has our money, our ID cards. So the idea is we will have a digital wallet on our phone. And when we need to prove that we are human, for example, or that we are citizens of a certain country, we can just generate anonymous cryptographic proofs proving only one aspect of our identity without giving everything away. So we are partnering with them, and both our solutions are fully open source, meaning that our code is available for anyone to audit and to contribute to as well. It's very important for projects like us that are really based on individual freedoms and privacy rights and these values as well.
Thank you very much. You think, Nicholas, I don't know if you would like to add something. I just, in the meantime, would like to say something in Spanish. Nosotros nos reunimos con Agora porque es una plataforma creada para promover la participación democrática, libre de censura y manipulación. Ella lo explicó, ella dijo, tenemos los bots de inteligencia artificial, tenemos troles y queremos evitar todas esas influencias en la discusión, en cualquier discusión. En este caso, ¿cómo hacen ellos? Ella acaba de explicar que a través de RariMe, que es el grupo, el aliado estratégico de ellos, que convierten un pasaporte en un documento digitalizado y que luego entregan una credencial que ya está desconectada de esos para poder entrar en este ecosistema, es así como tienen la prueba de que somos humanos, ¿no? Vamos a decirlo así, que no somos unos robots. Y estos usuarios, luego de registrarse a través de esta aplicación, pueden tienen la garantía de que van a entrar en forma anónima a participar en esta plataforma, en los debates. Y en este ecosistema, las asociaciones como Seisma Identity pueden generar debates, analizar encuestas, crear consensos sobre temas relevantes, fomentando la adopción de políticas públicas incluso o políticas internas de nuestras propias asociaciones o federación. Y, y el intercambio de ideas de manera segura, de manera anónima, de manera no polarizada y sin intervenciones geopolíticas o intervenciones de terceros que pudiesen estar utilizando bots o troles. Y aquí me paro. Ana María tiene una pregunta y creo que Nicolás no levantó la mano. So you think I just mentioned a bit of the document that I translated from you, the landing page and the document that you presented to us that I translated into Spanish and I shared with our community. And I will let Ana Colmenares talk because Nicholas didn't say that he needed to.
I'm happy to answer questions.
Super. Ana María, porfa.
Hi, Yuting. Hi, Nicholas. So nice to finally meet you. I do apologize, but I had this crazy couple of weeks in my agenda. Thank you so much for this presentation, also being here on Sunday with us. But I'm curious about it. Is it possible to see how it works in real time?
Yes, I can show you a prototype. So it's only a design. It's not the actual software. We are still building it, but I can show you the prototype to give you an idea of how it works.
Can you share? Do you have the authorization?
Yes, I'm going to share my screen.
I just share a link of the prototype on Figma, so you can even try it on your own on your phone. We are developing it, so like the app is not launched yet, but that's the idea of the app that will be available.
So,
San Francisco contra Brady Jr. irá a Houston.
do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And so basically how it works is that the first one is this is the onboarding flow. Why does Agora exist? It's like, and then we have a commitment to try to be human, so to protect our platform from bot attacks. I don't know if you've seen recently in Romania, the government has annulled the latest presidential election outcome because of the campaigns on TikTok. And we think that astroturfing is happening on a lot of major social networks. That's why we take it rather seriously. And so there we offer two solutions. One is verify anonymously with RariMe app, or we can also verify with my phone number for users who prefer a more convenient login. But if we want to verify with RariMe, basically we will need users to download RariMe. It's a wallet. It's an identity wallet saved on your phone, and then you will need to use that wallet to send us an anonymous proof that you're an anonymous human or anonymous Venezuelan, and then you click verify and then it works. It's a little bit like when you try to pay something online with your bank account, and then you have to go to your bank app to click I authorize. So that's the same idea. And then once you're inside, and this is something we are experimenting to have safe space and brave space. And this is something more for moderation, because basically, since we are an EU-based company, we need to abide to EU regulations and laws. So there is a speech that is illegal that we need to remove from our platform. However, there is also speech that is controversial that may be offensive, maybe extreme opinions, but they are still protected by freedom of speech. So that's why we have a safe space and brave space. Basically, brave space for people who are tolerant, who want to see everything, even extreme opinions and so on, and safe space for users who want to turn it off. So that's just a feature we provide. And we intend to support Spanish in the app as well. And then basically you will just enter into the feed of the app, and each person, anyone can start posting in the app. And if you want to, and then if you go inside a conversation, basically anyone can post something, and then you can leave comments. You can add your own response. For example, do you think if it's possible for humans to coexist? And then you can click on agree or disagree on these comments. And then something special about our app is that we are implementing an algorithm to try to show an overview of all these comments. And these tags, neutral against for, it's not users who put themselves inside. They don't select anything. This is generated by AI, by LLM. So basically, the algorithm analyzes what are people saying, and then they can put them in some groups. Basically, the people who who agree on more or less the same statements, disagree on more or less the same issues. And what's interesting about this approach is that we will be able to identify ideas that are polarizing, that are agreed by a lot of people from one group, disagreed by people from the other group. But we can also find opinions that are appreciated by people even from very different standpoints. So we can start building consensus by finding these, by at least understanding what we disagree on and what we agree on, even though we have different ideologies and so on. And for each comment, users can also reply directly to the comment, and yeah. However, we don't have a classic reply tree design like on Twitter or Reddit to minimize trolling. So a lot is about having a big picture of what people are talking about, instead of getting into one single argument with another individual on the platform. Yeah, Gabriela, you have a question?
Thank you very much. You said that you were also able to with this algorithm, that you were also able to have a demographic analysis. Of course, this is zero knowledge based. I mean, it's not that you will know that it's me who said this, or it's me who disagreed, or that is someone else in I don't know, in Spain who said whatever. But you can have a picture on the regionally, and I find this I found this very interesting. But it would be, and I would let Armando just talk. It would be interesting to know if on a very specific case, could we use this app within, not only within a community, a society, a diaspora, but also within, for example, a federation or an organization that has maybe 300 or 500 members and stakeholders, or even a company that has this 1,500 stakeholders and 3 million employees, to see if one could just put some ideas, some questions, some proposal, and see what everybody's thinking without releasing the name and the last name of the person, without causing trouble at work. or within the
Yes.
organization?
Yeah, absolutely. So for now, anyone can create a conversation and then basically share the link. For example, if you want to start a conversation, you can share the link to people from your organization, and then you can engage people to start a more large scale conversation, because the whole idea that what we want to try to achieve is not to have plenty of discussions between maybe just a few people, like 3-4 people, but to include many people on the same issue, on the same topic.
Thank you. Armando and Ana Maria had their hands raised in that order.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity, Gabriela, and thank you for organizing this. I remember like maybe 5 years ago, we started talking about this type of initiative, and it gives me a lot of hope and also satisfaction that eventually we have reached to a point that things are getting materialized, getting like we're coming forward with the specific actions or specific initiatives or solutions. Um, I was wondering, I wanted to ask the people from Agora if you have some sort of features, like, for example, having some polling, I would say deliberative polling in the way that, to my mind, what you're working on is in some sort of a social listening sort of tool. Is that correct? So it's kind of social listening, but also a platform to generate consensus. So I was wondering if you have some sort of features like deliberative polling, or for example, I was talking to Ana Maria by private chat that there was a great initiative in Chile some years ago named Mi Constitución .cl. It was basically like public debates and discussions. They did a whole platform to discuss what should the new constitutional reform should be, and they eventually got to a constitutional assembly process. I wondered if we could do that in the case of Venezuela, for example, if we could set some sort of issues, or like some sort of a timetable with issues that we can start debates on. Does that make any sense?
It makes perfect sense. Thank you so much for your feedback and for these comments, Armando. And I think what we try to build is a public deliberation platform, or a collaboration platform, because we think that, well, human attention and intelligence is the most important resource. And if we can have a platform that pulls together all this knowledge, all this intelligence, we can manage to solve a lot of the complex issues that we can't solve normally, because we are so polarized and divided by all these different platforms, media platforms as well. And I will let Nico type the link of a polis, because polis is the algorithm that we are applying in Agora Citizen Network, and polis is used in Taiwan. And in 2013-14, I think, only 7% of Taiwanese population trusted their government. However, there was a sunflower movement, and the government initiated a lot of digital democracy tools and to experiment, and they used the polis to involve citizens in large-scale deliberation on issues, for example, how to regulate Uber, how to introduce Uber into Taiwan, regulations, policy, what do we do? And what they did is that they sent a link to a survey with this policy and to 200,000 phone numbers in Taiwan. And this way they can get people's opinions to try to engage them. And it has proven to be quite successful because I think now in Taiwan, 70% of people trust the government based on the more recent polls. And I think it shows a lot of promise in using these kind of bridging, what we call bridging-based algorithms to build consensus, to have a collaborative decision-making. And however, the problem is that, well, Polis now is also used in Finland and in some other places as well. However, it always needs like the government to take the initiative to engage citizens. So what we are building is something more grassroots. We want to have a social network where anyone can initiate, anyone can participate, that we don't need to wait for our governments to listen to us, but people can even start building a movement around the issues that matter to them.
I just wanted to add, you think very interesting everything that has been said here. I just wanted to add that Armando, who talked before, he was a member of the parliament, of the Venezuelan parliament. And when we introduced Save My Identity's idea of having digital identity, blockchain-based digital identity, we presented it into his commission in July or August 2020. So I think he could also be a spokesperson, an ambassador of this type of solutions if he finds it also very useful and interesting. I don't know if...
I would be delighted to do so, and you can definitely, yes.
Thank you.
Because yes, he has all this political experience, and I don't know if someone else has raised hands so far. If someone else has questions, I have one question that has to do with the privacy issues. Yo tengo una pregunta que tiene que ver con privacidad. And I will just talk about the RARIME app in Spanish just for a second, and I will make the questions in Spanish and then in English, okay, very quickly. Para poder demostrar que somos humanos, es necesario entrar en esta aplicación en el teléfono para tener este wallet, ¿ok? Cuando uno, ya yo hice la experiencia, cuando uno entra, uno tiene que compartir su pasaporte, así como cuando vas a Airbnb o Booking o whatever, que también tienes que compartir tus datos personales, tu ID o tu pasaporte, pues ahí es igual, el pasaporte puede estar vencido, puede estar anulado, puede estar como no importa cómo está, sigue teniendo la información biométrica, que es lo que les interesa, y luego de que ellos verifican que efectivamente yo soy quien digo ser, pues me emiten este verifiable credential, que es así como luego puede entrar al otro lugar, al ecosistema de Agora Citizens Network. Yo pregunté particularmente, yo entiendo el zero knowledge, el conocimiento cero, entiendo perfectamente que esta información es luego borrada, pero yo dije, ajá, ¿quién me garantiza a mí que la información la borraron? ¿Ok? O sea, que esa copia que ellos tomaron de mi pasaporte fue eliminado. Entonces, bueno, ellos me mandaron todos sus términos y condiciones de uso, que yo tengo derecho a verificar que ha sido borrado, cómo tengo derecho a verificar, cómo puedo verificarlo, o sea, todo muy técnico, pero ahora lo voy a preguntar, ¿ok? You think, I made you a question some time ago that was related to RARIMO, and but you replied to that question, and I also had the time to read all the terms and conditions. But I would like you to say it here within the audience. once I go into this mobile app and I show my ID and I do everything I needed to do to enter this RARIMO, to be registered here, to be able to enter then Agora Citizens Network. How can I be sure that then RARIME deletes my information? And how can I be sure that this won't be ever used anywhere else, and that nobody will show up saying, hey, she got registered to enter the Agora Citizen Network or whatever? Thank you.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Actually, I want to clarify. So, in RARIME, there is a foolproof verification, and when it's enabled, your information is not shared with anyone. So even RARIME they do not know who you are, and they actually implemented this for alternative election voting in Russia and in Iran. And I think in Russia, they have more than 50,000 people who have Russian passports who use the solution. And I think at some point they also faced some cyber attacks trying to hack, but they successfully managed it. And now it's really for now it's the most groundbreaking solution that allows this, and that has been used, basically implemented at this scale in real life within very oppressive regimes. And now how do we enable foolproof verification? This is the part where we need volunteers to actually share passport information with their team. So this means that it's for people who are already working like in public, and they are not scared of being persecuted for what they are doing or saying already, and they are comfortable sharing this information with the remote team, so they can use this data in order to prepare for the foolproof verification that will be used by those back in the country who needs anonymity. And so there are two steps to allow for anonymous verification. Yeah, I see Angie has a question.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah. Hi. I like the idea, especially because you are using artificial intelligence for all these purposes. I think it's way straightforward for using moderation and saving time and money. But talking about money, my question is, what are the costs of this application? How is it financed?
Who are financing? Sorry.
Yeah, how is the application financed itself?
Yeah.
And we, as a user, how much is the represent the cost for me? It's like a system like Facebook, like it's gratis for us. Sorry, it is free for me, but I get financed by I don't know, marketing and some other publicity, or how I can support this platform.
For now, we are financed directly by grants from the European Union, and we received 160,000 euros in the summer. So now we are relying 100% on that. We do have plans to raise more funding next year, and we want to treat a business model very carefully, precisely because of what you say. We don't want to fall prey to have any compromise basically on users rights. And so for now, I think data analytics is still going to be the way that we want to try to monetize. We want to be able to provide, for example, dashboard for people to analyze data across the demographics, and all these kind of premium features. However, we won't have this yet in this first version that we are launching in February.
Okay, that means this premium version can be used by, for instance, some universities or researchers or something like this, and then they have to pay the premium version. But as a citizen, it's free.
Yes, so it's free
Okay.
to use for all the citizens, and yeah.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you.
I will jump in just to say that in the MOU, we signed an MOU because I was, of course, worried about it. What are the financial implications of a participation from our community into this beta? And is something which is so far free of charges. We have no financial engagement. The engagement of Save My Identity is to simply try to bring the community to use the Agora Citizen Network just to see if it works for us. It's not, you know, we are not just making a favor to them. This is win-win. We want to try the platform. We want to see this, if this is very useful for us, not only politically speaking, but also within our communities, within our associations, federations, etc. And so this is why we just joined them into this new experience, digital experience. And of course, what united us was the word, or the two words, digital identity. This is what united us at the on the first place. But of course, they cannot issue us a digital identity that would be recognized by every single country in the world. every developer that has talked to us has said the same. Oh, but we could create a verifiable credential to you. Yes, but this is not what we want. This is not what we need. But their idea, their project, I found it really interesting. I think it has a lot of potential, not only within the European Union, but in the Americas.
Thank you so much, Gabriela. And I want to say that it will always be free for anyone to use, like for citizens, because money shouldn't be it shouldn't be a barrier for people to express their opinions. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Does anyone has any other question? I don't know if we Nicholas put here the link.
Which link?
You think you said that you would put on the chat some link?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to share with you the link.
Okay.
I already shared a lot of links.
Really?
I shared a lot of stuff. So
okay.
I'm not speaking much because I don't want to
Oh,
interrupt.
I think we don't have the right to send link to the chat. I can send it to.
I don't. Now I see the first message.
Oh, really? Because I sent a lot of things.
Really? Okay. Does anybody see? ¿Ustedes ven los links que mandaron por el chat?
Sí,
No,
sí,
yo
se ven.
no, yo no lo veo.
Yo
¿Cómo,
tampoco.
Yana?
No. Creo que van dirigidos solamente al host.
Solo van dirigidos al host, entonces el host tiene que compartirlos. So we couldn't see the links because the links were only sent to the host.
To the host. Think. Only the host can see.
And not to the meeting chat. But we will arrange that then. So if nobody else has any other question to Yuting and Nicholas, I just want to thank them for being here, for taking the time, for accepting this cooperation. And I really hope this will go forward, that we will create a very interesting interchange by 2025, as from February, you said, and 2025. And it would be great to listen to you at the French I use parliament, but yes, I won't be invited. Yeah, but still, I wish you all of the success, and that this meeting that you will hold with at the French government will be very successful. So if you the rest of the meeting is in Spanish, so yeah.
I just want to add before we leave
Yes, sure.
First of all, to thank you all for inviting me, inviting us. And I didn't have the chance to, reply all of the questions like I would like to. So if you have more questions, don't hesitate to join our Discord or Telegram or WhatsApp. We have a lot of different channels. So just join and feel free to ask anything. We are very happy to support you in any way we can.
Super. Thank you very much. Now that the links are on the chat, so everybody can see them. So once again, thank you very much. And you can stay, of course, to listen Spanish. That's up to you. Otherwise, I just hope to meet you in January.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
nice
Thank you
much.
very much.